Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Anthony G. Tolosa. For this day we will summarize the chapter 7 of networking 1 in NetACAD. But before that, we need to read the introduction of this chapter. Okay. Chapter 7, IP addressing. Addressing is a critical function of a network layer protocol. Addressing enables data communication between hosts regardless of whether the hosts are on the same network or on different networks. Both Internet Protocol version 4, IP version 4, and Internet Protocol version 6 provide hierarchical addressing for packets that carry data. Designing, implementing, and managing an effective IP addressing plan ensure that network can operate effectively and efficiently. This chapter examines in details the structure of IP addressing and their application to the construction and testing of the IP network and subnetwork. We are done in reading this introduction. We need to go to the chapter 7 summary and conclusion. So IP addresses. IP addresses are hierarchical with network, subnetwork, and host portion. The IP address can represent a complete network, a specific host, or a broadcast address of the network. Understanding binary notation is important when determining if two hosts are in the same network. The bits within the network portion of the IP address must be identical for all devices that reside in the same network. The subnet mask of a prefix is used to determine the network portion of an IP addresses. IP addresses can be assigned either statically or dynamically. DHCP enable the automatic assignment of the addressing information such as IP address, subnet mask, default gateway, and other configuration information. IP version 4 hosts can communicate one of three different ways: the unicast, the broadcast, or multicast. Also block of addresses that are used in network that requires limited or no internet access are called private addresses. The private IP version 4 address block are 10.0.0.0/8, 172.16.0.0/12, and 192.168.0.0/16. The depletion of IP version 4 address space is the motivating factor for moving to IP version 6. Each IP version 6 address has 128 bits versus the 32 bits in an IP version 4 address. IP version 6 does not use the data decimal subnet mask notation. The prefix length is used to indicate the network portion of an IP version 6 address using the following format: IP version 6 address prefix length rather. There are three types of IP version 6 addresses: the unicast, the multicast, and the anycast. An IP version 6 link local address enable a device to communicate with other IP version 6 enable device on the same link and only on the link subnet. Packet with its source or destination link local address cannot be routed beyond the link from which the packet originated. IP version 6 link local addresses are in the FE80/10 range. ICMP is available for both IP version 6 and IP version 4. I ICMP version 4 is the messaging protocol for IP version 4, and the ICMP version 6 provides the same services for IP version 6 but includes additional functionality. So after it is implemented, an IP network need to be tested to be verify its connectivity and operational performance. So this chapter, which is the chapter 7, is all about the logical and. So it is one of the three basic binary operation used in digital logic, and the other two are the OR and NOT. Also, this chapter discuss the three way to communicate to other devices: the unicast, the broadcast, and the multicast. So the unicast is a process of sending a packet from one host to another to individual hosts. Next is the broadcast. So it is a process of sending a packet from one host to all hosts in the network. Then the last is the multicast. So it is process of sending a packet from one host to a selected group of hosts, possibly in different network. Also in this chapter, also in this chapter, so it tells about the conversion of the binary to decimal. So I will show you a video that will show you, give you an explanation for on how to convert a binary to the decimal. Think.